Welcome back to the Pascack Recap. We're your hosts, Sienna Scott
and Riley Solomon, and we are so happy to be back with you this month to share all the exciting stuff that's gone on at Hills.
Absolutely. We are so close to summer and things are really getting busy for all students as the year comes to a close.
So let's dive right into it.
AP testing for juniors and seniors started on May 5th, and students have a lot to say about how it's being run this year.
Yes, with all the unpredictability that has gone on this past year, AP testing can be extremely difficult to manage. One student expressed her frustration about how the full exams were being given this school year, even though this year was shorter and less involved, as last year the exams were extremely shortened.
There were also regulations implemented to prevent cheating, as you were unable to review the questions that you had answered. One student felt as though the in-person and digital exams were not the same, making them extremely unfair.
Many agreed that shortening the tests would make them much more fair, seeing as though many students were unable to learn some information that a typical year would have covered. While some material was cut out, a lot of students felt as though they did not learn enough of the information necessary to perform as well in the exams.
It is also Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This month is meant to honor the history, accomplishments, and struggles of the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities.
In Pascack Hills, the Asian Culture Club has created posters and a display case to spread awareness about this month. These contain information about the history of the month, famous people, and more recent events involving the AAPI community. They've also been posting on their Instagram account, PHHSACC, about countries in Asia and the Pacific Islands.
On another note, the Pascack Valley Board of Ed met twice this month to discuss an immediate issue rising within the near future, the mascot rebanding budget plan.
There were 3 financial plans debated at the meeting. The board debated over the full plan, which would cost the district an estimated $283,450, the moderate plan, which was evaluated at $147,250, and the minimal plan, which would cost an estimated $87,100.
The district ultimately decided to pursue the moderate plan, but with a slight modification. They decided to carry out the moderate plan with an additional $25,000 increase in spending to ensure that all sports teams, including boys and girls teams, would receive new uniforms to reinforce gender equity in the district. There were also 2 board meetings held earlier this month to discuss the idea of collapsing cohorts.
The Board of Ed decided that the cohorts will remain in place for the rest of the school year and that all students will not be allowed the option to come in 5 days a week. However, the administrators decided that the fully vaccinated seniors would be able to attend school in person 5 days a week if they wanted to.
It's really amazing that at the end of the day, the district decided to come through for the seniors. It's great to see that they're going to have a semi-normal end to their high school experience, as normal as it can be.
Absolutely.
Gianna!
Can you go? I'm filming something.
Gianna, do you know how to preheat the oven?
Yeah, I'll help you. Can you just go
I'm just trying to make
upstairs?
chicken nuggets. Could you just do it for me?
I'm filming
Can you
something.
just preheat the oven for me so I can put chicken nuggets in?
I'm filming.
What are you doing? It can't be more important than... What? Is that the entire faculty and staff, as well as the student body of Pascack Hills?
Yeah, they're all right there.
What are you guys doing in my basement?
They're watching the Pascack Recap.
Oh my God! You're filming the cowboy round. Right, Pascack Recap. Sorry, it's been a minute for me. You know that I used to do this back in the day?
I did.
I was there at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that was also Mr. Pascack Hills?
And do that.
It says it actually on the back of the jacket.
Yeah, you wear that every day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, so
Wow. Oh, hey, actually, why don't do you mind if I read a couple?
Yeah, go for it.
Just oh man,
You're gonna do it anyway,
I gotta warm
so.
up. Woo! I'm a little rusty. All right, let's give this a try. 2 extremely exciting events happened at Hills this month, those being the annual choir and band concert as well as the spring musical. I saw the spring musical. It was great, and so was the choir and band concert. All of it was great. You guys were great too. Good job. The concert was held on May 17th, and the school musical ran from May 20th to May 23rd. The Hills Concert Band, Chamber Choir, and a cappella choir performed on the field clad in their usual concert attire. Students used bell covers and were socially distanced while singing and playing their instruments. Mr. Ryan Dorr placed empty chairs amongst the performers to honor the 2020 graduates who were unable to perform in their spring concert. That's really touching, actually. And at the end of the performance, Mr. Dorr and Mrs. Elkin honored the graduating members of both the choir and band, as well as the Tri-M members.
The spring musical Sister Act was performed in the amphitheater, and many changes were made to ensure the safety of students involved with the production. The cast and crew were divided into different cohorts for the rehearsal and set building processes and were unable to combine cohorts until it was almost showtime.
For more information on the rehearsal process and the changes that had to be made for the safety of those involved in the production, feel free to check out the Sister Act article on the Trailblazer website.
All right, Hills, that's all we got for this month. As the year wraps up, keep powering through. You're almost there.
I'm Riley Solomon.
I'm Sienna Scott.
And I'm Frank Scott. And we'll see you next month for our final edition of the Pascack Recap.